where she lives, that I don't believe that's moot at all because that was an issue when we were together, a huge issue, and I've never seen anybody that lives that way with kids in real life. I've seen it on TV, but every room that she has in the house is full of stuff to the point where the kids don't have a place to eat.
Number
Maybe every
2076993 DM. Present in the virtual courtroom, we have both parties along with uh, Ms. Klassen's attorney, Brooke Wilsner. We are here on the defendant's, Mr. Klassen's motion to change custody. I will note for the record that this court did enter an ex parte order giving Mr. Klassen extended parenting time. And Ms. Wilsner, I think I'll ask you to go first, even though it's Mr. Klassen's burden.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to step inside a custody battle where every word matters. From the start, serious allegations surface about a mother's living environment and its impact on her children. The judge lays the groundwork, confirming the stakes are nothing less than custody rights. This moment isn't just procedure. It's the courtroom pulling back the curtain on a deeply personal struggle. The tension is real, and you can already sense how high the emotions will run throughout.
Sure. My client was, the allegations in the motion are, for the most part, accurate. Clayson has been managing her medication lately. A pill that she was taking orally was affecting her nausea, which caused her to vomit for a few days, which led to a stay at Trinity and then ultimately Pine Rest for, I think, less than 10 days. Now that her medication has been switched to a monthly injectable, that seems to be helping. I reviewed some of her medical notes, and she has an upcoming appointment for medical management next week or so. She's following everything that they have told her to do. I believe her meds are stabilizing, but they are working on that, and but that for the most part seems to be resolved. But I understand the concerns of the court. I do believe I would concede that this is a threshold finding. Similar to my last case, I would ask that it be sent to front of the court for an investigation on custody. But in the meantime, that they revert back to what they have been doing, which is a 2-2-5 schedule. They were doing 50-50 up until this incident happened. The allegations in the motion about the trailer that they live in are moot. The parties live there together. That was never an issue. It seems to be an issue now based on this change of custody motion. If the court is not so inclined to give her back 50-50 custody of the children, we would at least ask for every other weekend in the time being, as much as possible time with her kids that she can get while friend of the court is doing their investigation.
Thank you. Mr. Klassen?
Here, the mother's attorney steps forward, calmly but firmly defending her client's struggles. She acknowledges past issues with medication and hospitalizations, but emphasizes that treatment changes are now stabilizing things. The request is bold yet measured. Restore equal custody, or at least ensure consistent visitation. This part highlights her attempt to show resilience, responsibility, and readiness to be there for her children. It's a delicate balance of addressing flaws while demanding fairness, all under the court's watchful eye.
I would just start off by saying, I don't, I want the kids to see their mom eventually. I think that it's good for them. I think it's good for everyone. Um, this has now been 4 times in the last 2 years because my daughter, her first time was less than 2 years ago. It's been 4 times where she's had extended stays. Every time that she goes in there, it causes a lot of like I don't know what the word is, but like strife for everyone. For the second time, I think, like my son wasn't eating for like 3 weeks. We had to basically I don't know, like force him to eat just so he eat. They always wondering what's going on with mom, why she's not at my birthdays. Um, it's just really hard on everybody every time she goes in. And then so I guess that's affecting everyone. And as far as the where she lives, that I don't believe that's moot at all because that was an issue when we were together, a huge issue, and I've never seen anybody that lives that way with kids in real life. I've seen it on TV, but every room that she has in the house is full of stuff to the point where the kids don't have a place to eat. Maybe every once in a while there's a spot where she clears the counter where they can eat. But my son has told me that he's eaten on the floor.
Now the father responds with sharp emotion, laying out how repeated hospital stays have shaken the children's stability. He describes the stress of missed birthdays, a son refusing to eat, and the burden of unanswered questions from his kids. His words paint a vivid picture of emotional strain that no family can easily endure. The judge intervenes to keep testimony within limits, but the father's concern is clear. This section captures a raw clash of perspectives, one side pleading for stability, the other still struggling for trust.
All right. You can't talk about what your kids told you because that's hearsay.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay,
And I think Ms. Wilsner, let me kind of cut to the chase. Ms. Wilsner did concede on behalf of her client that the front of the court should have a look at this. So, and I'm hearing you say that you do want the kids to see her. So, and the court does have concerns given the most recent, issues. And I'm sure Ms. Klassen also wants the best for the kids. Is there a parenting time plan that you could agree to while the front of the court's taking a look at all of that so that the kids can see their mom and that you can be satisfied that they're safe while they're doing it?
Yeah. My concern with like having an actual set parenting time schedule before we figure this out with friend of the court is that when when she has these manic episodes, she doesn't realize that she's doing it. And my two times, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but two times my son has basically had to be like, hey, like I'm with mom, it's happening again. I have like proof of these like texts that he
Okay,
sent
okay,
me.
we're not going to get into all of that
Okay.
today. Okay, and
Yep.
again, I can't hear what the kids
That
have said.
but
Okay,
that's what my concern is that she
I
doesn't know when it's happening.
all right. Um, and again, well, you either parent has the right to deny parenting time if they believe that the health or welfare of the child is in danger.
Okay.
You just have to, if you do that, you just have to be prepared to defend that decision, ultimately in a contempt hearing, if that goes that far. But you always have that right. I mean, the
Okay.
court is not going to hold it against you if you make a good faith decision based on evidence of
Okay.
potential danger. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear. But I think a schedule is important just so that everybody knows what the expectations are. And then if there is an issue, again, parenting time doesn't have to occur as long as you're prepared to defend your reasons for denying it,
Okay.
if that helps.
Yeah. I guess with that being said, I think that we should do for now one overnight during the week then, and then one on the weekend until we figure this out.
It just seems like a lot of back and forth for 1 week. If it may be easier just to have it every other weekend. That way, if there's an issue, the child will tell you.
This is where negotiations get heavy. The judge pushes for a temporary parenting plan, but the father resists, citing fears of manic episodes and the risk of children being left in unsafe situations. The judge reassures both parents about their rights while stressing the need for order and predictability. Finally, a compromise is reached: alternate weekend custody until a deeper review can take place. This moment embodies the heart of courtroom decision-making, measured, pressured, and filled with reluctant acceptance. It's a tense but necessary step forward.
So I just think in order to make it easier to follow, a weekend schedule will be better.
I guess that's okay with me.
Okay. All right. So we'll do every other weekend. And do we want to do we have times and how that's going to happen?
She gets out of work. I think she usually gets the kids by 4:15 or 4:30. So that works for a pickup time anywhere between 4 and 5. And then I guess if I could get them back on Sunday around the same time, I guess that would work for me.
Okay.
We'll say, oh, Brittany, do you have a suggestion about times?
Those times sound good. That sounds doable. It's just that my oldest gets out of work. He works on Sundays, so I wouldn't have much time to be with him because I'd have to get him from work and then
What time is that? And
usually around 3 o'clock.
Okay, how about 6? Return at 6?
Fine.
that'd be great.
Okay. And Ms. Wilson, you'll prepare that order?
I will.
And we will do the referral to the front of the court and we'll waive the investigation fee.
Now,
And
when would this be starting? This weekend or next weekend?
Mr. Klassen, any objection to starting today, given that there's been kind of a gap here?
Today is fine. But both
Correct.
of the youngest boys have football games in the morning, so she has to know the times for that. And I mean, I can work with her on that, but she has to bring them.
Yeah, Calvin has 9 o'clock at this field 4 dark jersey, so I'd need his jersey.
Yep.
And I thought Charlie's was at noon at Rockford.
It's at where he practices at East Middle. But he
Oh.
has to be there at 11.
Okay.
So as long as you can get him there, that's fine.
Okay.
Your Honor, are we also vacating the ex parte order in this case or amending it?
Yeah, yes.
I'll prepare that order.
All
Can
right.
I ask how we're going to amend that? Because I don't believe that I should have to pay child support right now while I have them the majority of the time.
Well, I'm referring it to the front of the court for all of it, but I do agree with you. I will vacate the ex parte order regarding custody, but I will leave the child support as suspended until at least for now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's clear.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Finally, the court ties up the loose ends. Pickup and drop-off times are negotiated. Football games are considered, and both sides work through the logistics with surprising cooperation. The judge vacates the emergency order but keeps child support suspended for fairness, handing the case over for deeper review. It's a conclusion built not on victory, but on compromise. The parents leave with a fragile new plan and the weight of uncertainty still ahead. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.